thank you guys for choosing to spend your Friday night in here with us. This is all I ever wanted, was to share what I hear once a month, and I never know what I'm going to hear every month at these open mics, but I just wanted to share that with you, and again, encourage you to show up. This next guy showed up, I don't know, fucking like we have, fucking had no pants on, This next guy showed up just less than a year ago, and he's one of those guys that comes to your open mic and sits down and doesn't really look at you. I'm standing there with my pathetic clipboard asking you, would you like to tell a story? And I asked him, do you want to tell a story? And he said, no. And I looked like, what are you talking about? I don't even know what this room is. And so it got like 10 minutes left in the open mic, and he said, maybe I'll try one. He gets up and he tells a story. But it's a story like he had practiced it for like 3 years. It was like so good, and he's like in the middle of the story, he's like, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm like, yeah, right, like a plant or something. So of course I encourage him to come back, and he does. And so I've gotten to know you over the last year. Again, one of the people that walks in the room, and I always feel excited that he's here because it's gonna be okay, because AJ is gonna tell a story. So a little bio on AJ. He is a counselor. For the last 25 years, he's worked with LGBTQ youth and young adults. Again, at the open mic, he doesn't share details about them because people think he must talk about those people at those open mics. No, he's very good about that, and he's very, very happy to have him here tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, one of our closers here, AJ Johnson.
Yeah, I have my own stories, trust me, I've heard enough. So I was 14 watching television when I found out I was gay. It was the TV movie of the week, Consenting Adults. And the college son was home telling his parents that he was attracted to men and gay. My heart instantly stopped, and I was like, ooh, okay. And then it started to beat really fast. I never knew there was a name for what I was, for what I felt, the crushes that I had on other boys. And so I sat and watched this movie intensely, and I can remember when it was done, I knew who I was. And I slept that night so peacefully and relieved. It was like peace. So the next day, I'm at school, and my friend says to me, hey, look at her tits. And naively, I say, I don't look at those, I'm gay. He instantly sat there and said, you're not a fudge packer, don't tell people you're a fag. Whoa. I was like, no, I wasn't looking. I meant like, I'm gay, like happy, I'm gay. I meant happy, I wasn't looking. And then I just kind of sat there for a second, and I was like, fudge packer, don't tell people, like, what is this gay? Like, what is this? So I had to find out everything there was to know about being gay, and I was in the closet in less than a day. So back at this point in time, I couldn't just go to the computer, there were no computers. I couldn't ask Siri, hey Siri, tell me everything there is to know about being gay. We had huge, giant encyclopedias. So I was off to the public library, and I grabbed the giant G encyclopedia, and I'm flipping through the pages. And then I get to my entry. Now, my entry was 3 words. Gay. C, homosexual. Fuck. This was a word that I knew well. I had heard it my entire life growing up in church. Homosexuals were sinners, deviants, perverts, child molesters, but this wasn't me. I instantly started to cry, and took a few moments, and when I lifted my head, I could see that my tears had wet the pages and stained them, and I could see the words coming through the pages underneath. And I instantly collected myself because I did not want to alert anyone to the fact that I was gay. But surely there had to be another type of homosexual, my type, normal, not a sicko, right? So I grabbed the H encyclopedia, and H was no better. Sick, deviant, mentally ill, but this wasn't me. So at that moment, I knew I couldn't tell anyone, but I also had a mission: don't be gay. It was like, don't be gay. Whatever you do, don't be gay. So within 2 weeks, I had a girlfriend. I was searching through journals, and I'm like, okay, how am I going to fix this? And it all said the same thing. They're like, okay, there's no cure for the homosexual. No, okay, no cure. Okay, no, okay. Even one said there was no treatment for the homosexual. And I'm like, yeah, but they're going to burn in hell, right? Okay, there has to be a way. So, distraught and hopeless, I did what most people do. I turned to the Bible. Even worse, I turned to televangelists. Oh no, yeah, I have a good crowd here. Now, televangelists, they weren't like the Sunday church preachers. You know, Sunday church preachers were weak compared to the televangelists. Televangelists could heal you, they could drive out devils, they could, make you well, sickness, whatever. And I was sick. I was very sick. I read the Bible forward and backwards and even turned to Hebrew versions of the Bible so I wouldn't lose any meaning whatsoever. It was word by word translation. I needed to know. What's my way? Now, when I saw that Benny Hinn, the strongest, most powerful healer, was coming to California, I knew I had to go see him. I knew I had to go see him, even though it was hundreds of miles away. I wasn't quite sure how to get there. So I prayed. Prayer was no help. None at all. At 14, all I came up with was to steal my dad's car. I just thought if I could get there and touch the hem of his garment, I would be healed, and any punishment would be worth it. Any punishment. And I already kind of knew my lie. My lie would be that I was at my girlfriend's house, right? Yeah. Very heterosexual is what I thought. I'm at my girlfriend's house. So I started to plot and plan and study and map out how am I going to get there, this distance, ratio, on and on and on and on, and it's going to be this time, and then I have to figure out how am I going to get my dad's key, and he's OCD, and this and that. So I sit up there, and the day comes, and I did school for the first time in my life, and I head off. Now, when I head off, something that I wasn't quite prepared for, the big giant paper maps that I had done and everything else. There was no GPS, none of that stuff, right? Nothing. But what I didn't realize is I'm the driver. I've always been the kid in the back seat, but now I'm the driver. And I'm driving, and I got on the freeway, okay. But then I notice as I am driving, there's highway signs, and they're going by, and I'm like, maybe I should be paying attention to these, and what's going on? And then I didn't plan on the mileage. It's okay, I added the mileage, but not as it's moving, not as I'm driving, this is crazy. And then the one thing that I didn't plan on was LA traffic. This was over 300 miles away, and I get to LA traffic, so I arrive late. And I get there, and the sermon has already started. It's in a huge, giant arena. And people are coming and going from the bathroom and to the concessions with popcorn and hot dogs and sodas. And I'm like, wow, this is like nothing they showed on television. This isn't what I was expecting. And then all of a sudden, the music started to play like TV. And I can remember back as I was watching television, I was putting my hand on the TV as they shouted, "Out, devil! Out, Satan! Healed!" But I'm here now. I'm in the moment. I'm there. Now, I didn't want the individual healing. They would call those people up to the stage and say, "What were you healed of?" Homosexuality. I wanted the mass healing. I wanted the section by section healing, the anonymous healing. So I waited with heterosexual anticipation. I'm good. So I waited and waited and waited. And then Benny Hinn says, "I felt the Spirit enter the building!" And the crowd cheered. Hallelujah, yes! Woo! It was like a rock concert. All right. Then it came time, my section stood up. Myself, everyone around me, about 200-300 people. And Benny Hinn says, "The power is strong! The power is strong! Take it, you're healed!" And we all fell back into our seats on the floors, talking in tongues. Hashalaboso, yes, oh, thank you. Moaning, going about, everything, you name it. And after a couple of minutes, I sat up in my seat, fully, totally heterosexual, still covered in the Spirit. And then it happened. Coming up the stadium stairs towards me was the cutest Christian dude I had ever seen. Polo shirt, khaki pants. I knew instantly I had not been healed. My tears and joy turned to sorrow, and no one around me knew the difference. I stormed out, cursing Benny Hinn and these people and this popcorn and this stadium and my $10 parking fee. And I head home. And on that drive home, my anger and my disgust and my sorrow made me examine every verse of the Bible that I had studied over and over and over. That Christians use to condemn homosexuality. And I came to figure something out. They're 100% fucking wrong. Yeah. They know nothing of God's love. They know nothing of the Bible. I was created in His image. He's the Alpha and the Omega. By the time I reached my door, I knew two things for certain. I'll always be gay. And yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so.